Hi everyone, my name is Shauna Grosky, and the app or the website I guess I'm telling you about today is Kahoot. So to start off as the teacher, you can go to kahoot.com and I will show you just what that kind of looks like right away. It looks something like this. You would log in or sign up depending. It is free, so you don't need to worry about that. And I actually am already logged in. So this is what it looks like. Your username is up here as the teacher. The nice thing about Kahoot is that you can find Kahoots here. So say we have a class that's learning about George Washington and we want to quiz them. So we go ahead and look up things about George Washington. There's all of these quizzes that someone already made. They have example questions here. It tells us how many questions there are. And then sometimes if you click on them, it'll say like how many people played and how many people favorited it. And I use that a lot because it'll tell you sometimes the questions are not the most appropriate as far as accuracy because anyone can make a Kahoot. So the more plays there are and the more favorites there are, the more accurate it'll probably be. So that's what I like about that. It's pre-made, you don't really have to think. If you're worried about maybe it's not going to be the way you want it, you can go right up here to New K and you can make your own Kahoot. There are the quiz options where it's multiple choice. There's a jumble, survey, discussion, any of these. For this sake, we're going to make a quiz. You do the title and your description, visible, all this, and you just go ahead and okay, go. Oh, we need a description. Okay, we'll say history. And we want our audience, whoops. Does it have to be like this, I wonder. And we want our audience to be school. And then just like that, you're able to add questions and the answers. So you are fully in charge of your Kahoot. And when you're finished, you just hit save and it'll pop up. And now what I would like to show you guys is actually how to play it. So as the teacher, we went to Kahoot.com. As a student, they would go to Kahoot.it. So as a teacher, we pick this, display it on the whiteboard. It pops up like this. Usually we do the player versus player mode. It's where all the students can pop up and they kind of play against themselves. You can do teams as well. So this would pop up on your smartboard. The kids with their devices would go to Kahoot.it. This is what their screen would look like where it says game pin here. We would enter in this number. So it was 5231 365. And this would be, so they would have to have a nickname. And this on your smartboard then would pop up like this. All your students' names would be here. And the nice thing about it too is if they're inappropriate, you can go like this and just X them off. So before you even maybe display it, if you have older kiddos who might try to be funny, stuff like that. So once they're in, you go ahead and hit start. The questions do only show up on the smartboard, which is kind of a downfall. So this would show up, what's the month that he was born, and this is all the students see. They only see these squares, or the shapes. So they would have to look at the smartboard to know, and then they click it, it's correct, and then they are able to see who got it, not who, but how many got it right, how many got it wrong. I personally don't usually use Kahoot as a formal assessment, just because it is kind of varied and you never know for sure what you're going to get. I do often use it as a review type of skill. It's nice that if you're finishing up a topic and you're, oh, I just don't know for sure how everyone's doing with it, you are able to do a quick quiz, kind of see where the class is at. One downfall is you cannot see who specifically is getting it. So you can see, oh, 5 people got it right and 3 people got it wrong, but we don't know for sure who's who. So it is a good tool, but it has some downfalls. And then there's a scoreboard, which you can hide as well, because sometimes this becomes a challenge of who's highest and they just guess, and then people get disappointed and discouraged. But overall, it is a really nice little quiz and fun thing to do with your students. Yeah, again, for a teacher, you go to Kahoot.com, and it will show up like this. As a student, they do Kahoot.it, I-T, Kahoot.it.